You're watching CBT's continuing coverage of NADA 2019.
You guys are working on some really cool things that we've heard about. There's
Yep.
quite a buzz at the show. Talk to us about what you're rolling out here.
Yeah, so what we're really excited to talk about is the next addition to our Pulse Fluid Management family.
Okay.
So what we really focus on, we do all types of lubrication equipment. So that's
Right.
going to be pumps, reels, meters, anything that has to do with getting fluids into vehicles in workshops.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of shops run into situations where they're losing fluid.
Right.
They don't know where it's going, right?
I know.
They're billing out 500 quarts, 500 gallons
That's
of
right.
oil every month, but they're not actually they're seeing a lot more coming out of their tank.
Yeah.
And so what these products really focus on is how do you track every dispense that's going on?
Right.
And last year at our show, we introduced our Pulse Fluid Management family.
Yep.
We've actually now rebranded that Pulse Pro.
Okay.
That is a fully featured fluid management system that allows you to track every dispense, and I'll show you that.
Okay.
But we're also excited to talk about now our Pulse FC system, which is a lower feature, lower cost version that for those shops that are not needing all the control or not needing all of the data necessarily,
Okay.
they still have a good solution.
Okay.
So if you have a minute, I'd love to show
Please
you about
do.
it. So at the heart of our system is what we call our hub. Our hub is a single board computer. It's basically just a computer in a box that generates a web page that actually provides software for a technician to be able to see everything that's going on in their shop. So from one simple view, they're able to actually see exactly what's going on with their fluids. We like to talk about what we call the 5 W's. The who did the dispense, what did they dispense, where did they dispense it, when did they dispense it, and then ultimately, why did they dispense it?
Right.
That why is usually a work order.
Sure.
So we're able to see exactly what they're doing
Right.
and being able to track it. So
Very cool.
all that is generated here through our hub.
Right.
The next main component is our meter.
Okay.
Now our meter, unlike a lot of our systems that are wired up in the ceiling, everything is self-contained in here. This trigger basically, unless I've actually activated the meter, no oil is going to be coming out.
Okay.
Right from the meter, a technician can simply tap a keypad to it, and they can actually now put their PIN code in and see exactly what work orders are available to dispense on, or even enter a new work order. So in this case, let's just pick one here, 5-4. We'll grab that one right here. And now, if I look in our software, we can see that dispense that's available to do right here. And when I hit activate, you'll hear that pump turn on.
Yeah.
We have this device called a pump air controller. What's
Okay.
really cool about that is it actually prevents air from going to your pump unless you've authorized it with the meter. And why that's important is at night, when everyone's gone home,
Yeah.
a lot of shops, they say they turn off their air compressor, but they don't. And if a line breaks,
Yeah.
they can end up having that pump just keep running all night and empty that entire tank. That's
Oh
a
my
big,
gosh.
big mess.
Huge
and a big
liability.
bill. Right.
Right.
So this pack only will turn on when a meter tells it to.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm just going to simply do a dispense. We can see right here on the screen that I know that dispense is going on. I can do a quick dispense. I won't spend all day looking at this. But when I stop, I now can look right here in the software and see that that dispense is complete. And now I have complete information about exactly what happened in that shop.
Okay.
So again, those 5 W's that we talked about.
Yeah.
Another cool feature we have is our tank level monitor. This is a wireless device that allows our customers to know exactly how much oil is at their tank at any given time.
Okay.
Can even automatically email a customer when they need more oil.
No.
Or email
Really?
their material supplier rather. So if let's say it's an oil company that
Sure.
they're going, and it can be a different one for every single product.
No kidding. That's
So
phenomenal.
that's Pulse Pro. Really, it's a fully featured system. Again,
Okay.
really about data.
Right.
Being able to do some advanced reportings that really tells you, how am I using oil in my shop?
Right.
Being able to track that back to
Sure.
every work order. Now, if we think about that shop that really doesn't need all that benefit, but they still want to be able to make sure that oil is being properly accounted for,
Right.
that's where our Pulse FC system comes in.
Okay.
Now, Pulse FC, think about it more as like a fluid voucher system.
Okay.
So simply, we have a stack of cards. We place one of those on our reader. Here I can now just select what fluid I want. So in this case, we'll say 0W20. I simply place a quantity of fluid on that card. Now I can give this card to any technician in the shop. At the same time, usually when they're grabbing their oil filter, their crush rings.
Right.
And now they can take this to any meter in the shop that's that correct fluid type and simply turn it on, tap it, and now I've authorized the meter for exactly that amount of fluid.
Wow.
Now, I don't have all the data that I get with the Pulse Pro system.
Yeah.
But I do have a way to make sure that no oil is being dispensed unless
Right.
it's the right oil and that it's been properly accounted for.
Right. And with dealers and fixed ops managers, it's all about maintaining and controlling expense.
Absolutely it is. And oil changes tend to be a loss leader.
Right.
Right? I know of one
That's
shop,
right.
for example, that we put this in where they were losing oil every single month.
Yep.
And just by putting in a simple control system, they went from negative to positive every single month.
Wow.
And that can make
Huge.
a real big difference to them, especially when you're
Sure.
doing tens of thousands of gallons of oil every year.
Absolutely. The bigger the volume, the more the savings, right?
Absolutely. We typically see a 12 to 18 month ROI on most of these systems.
I was just going to say, how long before this thing pays for itself, really?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
And the other thing is sometimes there's other reasons, like insurance, for example.
Yeah.
When some customer complains, well, do you put the right oil in my car? My engine blew up.
Right.
But now you have a record,
That's
especially
right.
with our Pro system. You can go back and say, on this date, this is exactly how much and what fluid we put into your car.
That's right. That's right. Makes it idiot-proof.
It does.
It really does. So I would imagine your company also provides the training. If a dealer comes out and buys a program like this, do you then send in the troops?
Yeah,
to
so we actually
take...
have a really strong network of distributors.
Okay.
And those distributors will not only work on designing the right system for the customer, what components they need,
Okay.
they'll install it, and they'll do all the training.
Okay.
But you know, where we focus so much on this product is making it simple.
Right.
So yes, we will do that training.
Yeah.
But you know, if there's a lot of training needing, then we didn't do our job right on designing the product.
That's right, that's right. So if a dealer is listening right now, and for some of them that weren't able to come out to the conference or to the convention, and they see a system like this, what's the next step? What do they do to learn more?
So the next step would be you could go to gracopulse.com.
Okay.
Or check out our Graco.com website, and you can find a local distributor that can get them more information about this system and all the
Okay.
Graco lubrication products.
Okay. And then what's the, walk me through, how long does it take to get a system like this installed into the average dealership?
It's really going to depend on how quick they're ready in the shop. We have all this stuff in stock now.
Okay.
So I mean,
Okay.
you could get in. The nice thing about all these components, as I said, it's as a kind of standalone. We don't have all that stuff to wire in the ceiling.
Right.
We can put these into existing shops, and the install time is hours, not days.
Really?
In terms, yes.
Okay.
And that's really the beauty of this kind of type of system.
Okay. And if there's anything that goes wrong with this system, what happens? What is it? The dealer just picks up the phone and calls, or?
Yeah, Graco has one of the best warranties in the market. Again, they'll work with their distributor, but I can tell you from all the companies I've worked with, Graco has the best warranty in the industry and really stands behind its products and makes sure that our customers are happy.
Right. You've almost made it to the point where why wouldn't a dealer, give you a call? Because if they don't have a system that's similar to this or this system in and of itself, chances are they're just letting money flow out the back.
They are.
In a position they are not in right now.
And everyone, I think of parts rooms really as like a little store within the dealership.
It is,
right?
it is.
And so everything that goes across that counter
That's
has
right.
to be accounted for.
That's right.
Except for bulk lubricants.
Yeah.
Because that's that one item where there's this big tank and a bunch of reels and meters
That's right.
that anyone can grab.
That's right.
In theft, we have to be honest, does occur occasionally.
It does.
It's not
It
the
does.
main reason.
I know.
I mean, it's a lot of times it's just the wrong fluid getting put in, or
right.
they're misbilling.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons why. But
Right.
you manage your tires and you make
Right.
sure that everything gets properly accounted
That's
for,
right.
but why wouldn't you do the same thing with your oil?
And if a dealership has 12, 14, 15 technicians that are all pulling from that,
Yep.
you're asking for disaster, aren't
Absolutely.
you? This program, it seems to me as a former dealer myself, really is a peace of mind to the dealer.
It is.
That says everything that we buy, we're going to put into cars
Correct.
and get paid for.
Yep.
Which is all we're looking for.
Well, and the other thing is sometimes, and there's weird dynamics, every dealership's going to be different, but sometimes the service department versus the parts department, right?
Yeah.
I've seen dealerships where they'll say, well, I just charge the service department for whatever shortage there is. But at the end of the day, the dealership's losing that money.
That's right.
Regardless of what department has it.
That's exactly right.
And so that's where it's sometimes just a little complicated. I had a case recently where we had a dealer where they did 25 quarts of oil into a car, and he dug into it, and what he found out was they'd accidentally put antifreeze into the crankcase.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Now, the manual said in that case, you need to drain and fill it 5 times.
Right.
So the technician was doing the right thing, but had the parts department not seen that,
That's right.
that would have just been 25 quarts that had gone unaccounted for when they did. Well, you know what? I guess that was a service department's mistake, and they can now use it as a training opportunity.
That's exactly
But otherwise, no one would have known.
Yeah, absolutely. Joshua, I want to thank you so much for joining us on CBT News. This has been very enlightening for the dealers that are watching right now. Get with Joshua or get with the company and find out more about this, because this presentation and demonstration is definitely going to work at your dealership. So I want to thank you so much.
Thank you very
much. This has been great.